What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. My name is Marco and this is Dare to Venture Overland. I film my camping trips, off-roading trips for you guys, and that is what this channel is all about. But today we don't have an adventure planned, so what I'm going to be doing actually is reviewing the Armadillo X2 hard shell rooftop tent from 23.0. Now, before we get started, I am by no means an expert. This is just my personal opinion on this tent. I have had 4 other rooftop tents. My first one was a CVT soft shell one. The second one being a Ironman Swift, I believe, 1500. That was a hard shell TP camper. And my third one was an iCamper 2.0 Sky Camp, which is amazing, by the way. And that was a much larger base than this guy. And this is my 4th one, the 23.0 Armadillo. I got this one about a week ago, and I've just spent my first night in it in my most recent video. If you guys haven't checked that video out, it was amazing spending time in Eastern Oregon with my daughter in Steens, and also the Alvord Desert. So I'll link a description on that below if you guys want to check that out. Anyways, so this is my 4th rooftop tent, and I spent one night in it. But I'm, pretty familiar with a lot of these guys and what to expect. All right, so let's walk over to the rooftop tent over here. All right, so the hard shell is made out of a plastic material. It's got 4 latches on both sides total. So you got 2 latches over here, and you also have the 2 latches on the other side. Normally tents like this don't have the latches on the opposing side. But I'll show you guys why that is later. It's because of the X design that it has. But let's go ahead. Oh, actually the dimensions. So it's about 56 inches wide and about 46 inches, 56 inches for the length and then 46 inches wide when it's all closed up. So let's go ahead and open up this rooftop tent and see how long it roughly takes. If my editor that I use can let me put a timer on there, I will. So let's go ahead and open this guy. So I've got the other side opened and unlocked. So let's go ahead and do the front side now. All right, so once you got that all set up, you actually have a mini awning that you can adjust here. So normally I just put it all the way up, give the maximum amount of clearance so you get in the tent. It's a little dirty right now because we just got back from Alvord Desert, so I got to clean this off. But that's pretty much it. I mean, you got to put up the sides. Normally I just leave those closed to maintain as much insulation as I can in here. I mean, it might have taken me about 2 to 3 minutes if I really took my time. But for off the bat, so you've got your ladder, which is very sturdy, and you do have these shoe bags slash just whatever you want to put in there. The inside, or actually for the purposes of the video, I'm just gonna leave the side windows awning things just not set up, but you've got a great awning up front here, and this tent is made to be used for all 4 seasons, meaning you can use it in the summertime, springtime, fall, and wintertime. It is the first night in this thing, the mountain was kind of windy that night, and what I can tell you is the fabric really holds up very quiet inside. There wasn't really a lot of like wiggling of the fabric, which is amazing. This fabric is made out of polyurethane material and is very durable. It's moisture wicking, as they say, and it's also waterproof / water resistant. And like I said, made for all seasons, so you can camp whenever you want. All right, so my daughter's gonna go up there first. So she is almost 4 years old, and she's about, I don't know, 3.5 feet. Let's do a POV in here. All right, so the mattress dimension, you're looking at 78 inches that way. And then also, I believe it was about 48 to 50 inches on the width. See if you guys can see in here, but you also have like a window up here if you wanted to stargaze or just leave that open for natural light, which I'll do that really quick to get some better lighting in here. But you got the windows on both sides here, and you've got your pockets for your things that you can put in there, such as keys, flashlights, whatnot. And you also have a 40-inch little light bar back there, which I don't have set up right now. But let me just pan out of here really quick. I mean, I would recommend that this is a 2-person. Actually, yeah, London, can you open that up? I forgot about that, so thank you. So you also have a little pouch back there, a little window opening, which is nice for air ventilation, or if you just want more light in here. And that's what I was going to talk to you guys about, is that X design allows for this, you know, foot and a half of extra space back there, which is really nice for headroom, especially for decently tall people. So let me just pan out here. It's a 2-person tent for sure, maybe 3 if you guys are shorter or on a smaller side, but to be comfortable in this tent, I would recommend it's just 2 people, 2 adults. Her and I slept in here just fine, but it was, and also the mattress, it's a memory foam material. And I gotta say, you know, in comparison to the other rooftop tents I've had from Sky Camp, iCamper, Ironman, CVT, this has got to be one of the more comfortable mattresses that I've had. I woke up with no aches really, and I slept just like a baby on this mattress. So let me back out of here really quick. All right, so London has the window open somewhat, trying to at least. Hi. So that window you can definitely pop up with some metal rods, but I'm not gonna put that up. It's just kind of difficult to get to, but this is what I wanted to get into right here. This X frame is pretty cool. It's been out for a while, but I kind of just want to go over it. So the X frame allows you to have this extra room in the back right there. Now, most other tents like this will just open up from here, and there's really not that extra room for your head. Kind of limits the claustrophobic feel when you're in there, especially most people sleep with their heads right here. It is powered by the gas strut right here, so it opens up pretty easily. That way you just give it a little push and the tent does the rest of the work. So let me do a walk around. All right, guys, so I have my daughter recording, but I just wanted to give you guys like a look of me in the tent. I'm about 5'11", and I mean, I fit pretty well. As you can see, I'm like right on there, and it leaves a bunch of room for another adult or your kid, maybe your dog as well. We usually just store all of our stuff like at the edge of it. You know, granted, we don't bring a lot of stuff in here because it isn't that big, but just kind of like a size overlook in here. I don't know how well she's doing on the camera, but hopefully you guys get an idea of what the size is in here. I mean, so for the most part, this tent is pretty great. I probably missed a thing or two, so if you guys, you know, see that I missed something, feel free to comment what it is in the bottom. I also want to know if you guys have had experience with this tent or any of the Armadillo 23.0 lines. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this line right here. But overall, essentially all pros for me, especially the color. I mean, if you guys can't tell, I like camo colors. But I would definitely give this tent a 9 out of 10. It's got very durable, you know, fabric. The mattress is comfortable. The ladder is pretty stable compared to the other rooftop tents I've had. It's not wobbly and it just doesn't feel cheap. And also the insulation in this tent is very good. If you wanted to have a dark tent to sleep in, you don't like any light, this has no light pollution in there when everything is closed, which is pretty darn good. And also the X factor back there gives you a bit of room, so that is a huge plus, especially for bigger, taller people. And like I said, overall, I definitely love this tent. Should be keeping it a while. Just a quick PSA to you guys that are looking for tents out there. Try to refrain from buying a brand new tent. Like, yes, it's great to have a brand new tent and everything, but they lose their value so fast. I bought this guy used, and the guy only used it for like maybe like 3 times. It's an older gentleman. When I opened it up, it was brand new. So my PSA is just don't buy a brand new one. You lose your money so fast. If you can find a used one out there, like on Facebook Marketplace, that isn't really used or anything in great condition, you're gonna save so much money. And these things are already so expensive, so why not do, you know, what you can to save money? Yes, the downside to that is you might not get exactly what you want, but if you're willing to wait it out and find a good deal like I did, this deal came up literally 4 days right before my first camping trip of the summer with some friends, and couldn't ask for a better tent at a better price point. Brings me to my next thing is brand new. These guys are roughly $3,000. And you can find them on essentially like every website that involves camping or overlanding. I'll try to put a link below to one of these guys. But this tent, you know, like 2-3 years later from the release, is definitely still worth it. I mean, I don't know what else they could do to rooftop tents to really make it like still a good tent in 2025, because most of these guys, if we're being real, they're the same. So if you can find a really good deal out there that's used, save your money. I bought this guy for like $1,400, which is, yes, still expensive, but in comparison to like all the other tents out there, I saved a lot of money. So overall, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna go ahead and take this tent down so you guys can see what that looks like. And like I said, comment below if I missed anything. I want to know what rooftop tents you guys use and what your opinions are on these things. I know there's some RTT haters out there that prefer ground tents, and you know, there's a bunch of us that use rooftop tents. So let me take this down for you guys so you can see what it looks like. So first thing you want to do, obviously, is I make sure that all my windows are closed, all my belongings are taken out. Next thing you want to do is just close this little awning right here, all the way down. Make sure you lock it in place. Now my Jeep sits kind of tall, so I usually leave the ladder connected and I just kind of push it from there. And the awning closes in on itself. You kind of just slowly push it back and make sure that it's all settled in there. And then the nice thing about this one is you can just do it from back here. There's a latch and it closes the whole ladder. The roof, the iCamper, you have to do like every single one of them, which was very annoying. So essentially just get it part ways. I climb up here. You definitely want to make sure that you get this handle right here, because you're going to use that to close your tent. Oh. And it does have a strap right here where you guys can essentially make sure that the fabric is all closed in. One thing I want to add is that this tent makes sure, it does a good job of making sure the fabric is inside, so that way you don't have to tuck it in on both sides. So now you've got this guy pulled up and the ladder pulled away. Let's go ahead and close it. Go. You still want to make sure, however, yeah, very minimal. Make sure that this guy's put away inside. Go. And just close it right on it. And once you get the handle locked in, you just pull down on the strap, close that in. Go. And that's essentially it. You get the two straps in the back, but for the most part, it's super easy to tear down. So let me know your guys' thoughts. Feel free to lay them out in the comments. That does it for this video. If you made it this far, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing, as it does help the channel out. I hope that this review helped a lot of you guys out. So this is it for the video. I will see you guys in the next one.